Because if he don't give a fuck, why should I give a fuck? So I know there are fans of Seagal who are pissed, but come on. There is no excuse, and don't tell me I'm wrong. I can perfectly see that it's a double. Because you can freeze frame, and you can see the guy's face, and it's not Seagal. It's someone else. You can see the guy's face. And I know I have a controller that has a slow-mo, and not in a fight scene. Okay, if you're doing a really big stunt, that makes sense. But in a fight scene where he's a martial artist, if he can't do his own fight scenes, and a lot of times you can tell half the fucking fight is, no, 70% of the fight is behind him. And like, well, show the other side. But if you see him, then it's like a close-up. And I swear, like, he does like the same punch. They always cut to like the same punch he does. I'm like, this is pathetic. This is sincerely pathetic. And, you know, there are times where he's doing fight scenes and, like, I can't even trust if it's Seagal doing the fight scene. If I don't see Seagal's face, I'm not going to buy it's him. Because you could tell from the hair, you can see portions of the guy's face because, you know, they didn't cut quickly enough. The body type is, you know, a little thinner. You can tell. I guarantee 100%. I am not wrong about this. I want to get that clearly for anyone who wants to badmouth it. And again, if you like the movie, that's fine. But there's no excuse for that. And then the rest of the film is basically him doing this bullshit, deciphering these codes to find the killer. Like one time he finds him, he shoots at him, the car crashes, and like his slow ass just slowly goes up to it. It's like, run up to it and put a fucking gun through the window to the guy's face. No, it's like, then he gets shot at, then he chases after him through the sewers, shooting back and forth. Then he gets hit, he falls to the ground, and like, and the guy's like, oh, I wanted to find an worthy adversary, you're it. They have a little scuffle, and I can't
buy this guy even trying to have a smackdown with Seagal. But then he gets away, and the Gurupi agent has some cause that maybe it's Seagal's character. Seagal finds out where the guy's going to be. Yeah, one of the other, remember I said a second decent fight where he has the guy, and you do see that it's Seagal beating the shit out of a guy with a big like hammer type thing. Okay, that's cool, you know, here's a sick fuck. Be nice to see someone beat the shit out of him, and he does, you know, breaking his bones. But again, it's like, whatever. And then, another weird story point, our main killer is stopped, and there's still like 10 minutes of the movie left. You would think this is the main killer. I mean, this is what the back of the box is about. Lazereus, perverse, cunning, violent killers on the loose. He gets stopped. Not killed or anything. He gets stopped. They arrest him. He goes back home. This chickadee, you saw like one or two other scenes, so you didn't really care about. She's dead. And we have the guy from the opening of the film. It's like watching a Dirty Harry movie, right? And you know how a lot of times in Dirty Harry movies he'll do like he'll have like a fight, or he'll like a shootout or something. I'm trying to think, for instance, which film was it? He's in the car and he crashes through the department store and he shoots a couple people. What if, you know, he fights the bad guy at the end, but then he gets stopped, and then your last block of, you know, last big scene is him fighting the guy from the beginning, where he ran through the department store. You don't give a shit about that. It's like, shouldn't this be switched, reversed? Like, but I guess that guy killed a woman that I guess Seagal loved, but you wouldn't tell from his reaction. And then that's where you have the knife thing, he cuts the guy's throat. He, I guess, disappears, and the girl and his partner, the girl up the edge and his partner go into the house. He's gone. He leaves a note for his partner. The girl says that the guy confessed to everything and confessed to framing Seagal's character. I'm like,
why the hell would that guy confess to framing Seagal's character? I really don't understand why he would do that, but whatever. And then, the ending is he's in some place we've never seen before. He's talking with like a blonde girl and 2 kids. I don't know who the fuck these people are. And then he walks in, and then this girl like takes her top off. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Motions for Seagal to walk in. He closes the door, and that's the end of the movie. I'm like, who the fuck is this girl? Who the fuck is she? Where did she come from? Who? What? When? Like, we've never seen this girl before. I'm like, so Seagal, that girl from before who died in your place, did you not give a fuck about her? Did she piss in your cup of coffee or something? Like, who the fuck is this girl and these kids? Like, I have no idea. I'm not rewatching the film. If they explained it, they did piss poor. It's like, out of the fucking blue, like, maybe he said in the note that he left for his partner, but it's like, really? You don't introduce a character in the last, a brand new character in the last minute? Like, it's like, oh shit, we need some titties, so, okay. I guess I don't knock him for that, but it's like, come on. It's just, Seagal shows that he's as much a writer as he is an actor and a martial artist. And, you know, I used to respect Seagal. And I'm a fan of Seagal in the early years. Above the Law, Out for Justice, Hard to Kill, Marked for Death, Under Siege. I even like Undeadly Ground. You know, I like some parts of it. Other parts are, in my opinion, dumb. Glimmer Man. Even Exit Wounds. But this is pathetic. Like, a lot of his directed, most of his, about 95% of his directed DVD stuff are pathetic. The Patriot, The Foreigner, Out of Reach, Attack Force. They're just pathetic. Pathetic. And I've seen his new stuff. People are like, why do you keep doing it? Because I keep hoping that one day he can make a decent film again. Urban Justice, it's an okay film compared to shit like this. But it's not great, but I liked it. But this film is just pathetic. I mean, the piss poor dialogue, piss poor writing, the fight scenes aren't much. Half the time it's not him fucking doing it, which is pathetic. I don't respect. He's that much of a martial artist if they can't finish his own fucking fight scenes. You know, it's like, hey, we don't have this fight with Van Damme and Dolph, but half the time it's Van Damme's double. Kind of like, well, that's stupid. You know, that reaction. And awkward way of doing the plot, and in the middle it's very boring. The rest of the cast really aren't much to run home about. The villain is lame. It's just, it's a shitty movie. And I'm like, this is a simple plot. You get like 2 or 3 decent scenes, you know, where he shows, okay, Seagal being, you know, hardcore. But I'm like, why couldn't you dub all of your fucking voice work? How come you couldn't do all of your fucking fight sequences? How come the writing is so ridiculous that I don't care if they're kidding or not. You should not be putting a cannibal eating a fucking clown. I don't give a fuck if he was supposed to be a joke or not. It's ridiculous. It's like if you have Stallone walking out in a diaper. Actually, did he do that? But I would rather watch Stop When My Mind Will Shoot than this fucking movie. At least Stallone, if he has an action scene or a fight scene, he can still do it. So the writing in Stop When My Mind Will Shoot is better than this fucking movie. So Seagal should not write again, and he needs to get his shit together. So that's Kill Switch. Seagal, get your shit together. You know what? I'd rather watch this movie again. You have an action hero versus a killer? Go with this. Oh, it had a bigger budget. Yeah, but it also had a shitty director, Jim Gillespie, so it evens out. So, check this out. Thank you.